What's good, you too, man? It's your boy SB, and I'm back with another sports break. And me and my boy the Guru here, we decided to come up with something a little special for this NFL season. We're gonna be doing picks every week, picking each game, going through those, and that whoever has the worst record at the end of the season is gonna have to complete the one chip challenge right here live on this channel, man. Have to go ahead and eat the hottest chip in the world and last 5 minutes without taking a drink once that happens. So, we're going to be making these picks live and direct right here on the channel every week. That way, you guys know what the picks is. We'll have it on wax. We can't run from it. Can't run from it. The one tricky thing we're going to be doing is we're also going to be doing a bold prediction every week for something that's going to be happening throughout the week or that week in each game or one of the games that we come through. So, the best way to do it is to go ahead and get it started and just go ahead and go through it. First and foremost, welcome back to the channel, my brother. How are you?
I'm blessed. Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Doing good, bro. We did a little mock run of this last week, and it didn't work out well for either of us with the picks that we made. So what it's gonna be with Thursday night games, we're gonna pick those off screen. We already picked last Thursday game, and we both picked the Dolphins. And obviously, we both were wrong. So we both gonna be starting off 0-1 for this week. But let's talk about that game a little bit, man. The one headline that came out of that game is the situation that happened with the quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, and the situation that he had to go through with being, concussed, a really bad concussion, live and direct on national TV. I think the situations got very heightened because of the situation that happened on Sunday before that against the Buffalo Bills, where he also, had a hard hit to the same spot in the back of his head. And the team said that he passed the concussion protocol and that he was eligible to go out and back out into the field, play on Sunday. And then this happens again on Thursday night. And now, the Dolphins are under a lot of fire for the way that they handle things. I think that the doctor that did the examination on Sunday that allowed him to go back in was ultimately fired today. And the reason that they said that they fired him was because he made multiple mistakes during the examination of his initial concussion protocol. So it's a lot of smoke around the Dolphins, especially with everything they had going on in the offseason. And then you start the season, undefeated, and then you have this situation that comes up. But ultimately, the most important thing is that Tua is okay. And we, hope for a speedy recovery for that man. Anybody that knows me knows that I've been an Alabama fan for a long time. So I was able to follow Tua's career really close, and always been an outside fan of the things that he does. And his time in the league so far, I think he's been in the league for maybe 3 years. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's been in the league for 3 years. And his time in the league so far has not been really fair for him. He's had a different head coach every season, which is not really productive for the growth of a quarterback. And you can't really evaluate a quarterback like that. But what you think about the whole Tua situation and everything that the Dolphins had going on this week?
I'm disgusted by it. First off, because uh, you pay these doctors and you trust these doctors as coaches and as players for them to do the right thing. But at the end of the day, as a player and as you understand that the doctors have the team's best interest at heart at all times. And that comes to show even back, and I know it's not kind of similar to, but I kind of think about the Kawhi Leonard situation.
Hmm.
And then I look at the Tyrod Taylor situation. And they had to get second opinions because they don't really trust these team doctors. So, man, like it's saddening. And what I feel like, whatever I feel like, yeah, the trainer should have been fired, and I feel like it's gonna be more consequences for the Dolphins organization.
Yeah, they definitely got some trouble coming down the pipeline. I don't think this is something that the NFLPA is going to let go easily. And to see the way that second hit that happened on Thursday night, to see it happen that
Yeah,
way, to see
live on TV.
live and direct national TV, the only game on that night, so the whole world's watching. I think that just heightened the situation and made it even more. We gotta hold the player accountable as well. Tua is the only person that know for sure if he had a concussion or not. And he showed grit, showed heart to go out there and try to play. even though he wasn't 100%. But you got to take that accountability for yourself, man.
as well.
The life comes first, the job comes second. And I know, a player like Tua doesn't really have that luxury. He's still a young quarterback, not really done much in the league just yet. So, he want to take his reps when they come. And not to mention that this is a bag year for him. So he definitely wanted to go out there and show out with his teammates. And they were an undefeated team, so they tried to keep that rolling. But someone should have stepped in and had his best interest at heart. But like I said, we both picked the Dolphins that night. The Bengals obviously won. So we'll be starting this week 0 for 2, 0 and 1 each. Let's go ahead and get in some of these lighter picks. We'll start with the game that's over the pond over there in London. We got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Saints. Who you got?
I don't trust Jameis, and also I'm gonna go Vikings.
I think I'm leaning the same way. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Saints on this one. I think Alvin Kamara is gonna have a big night, and I think Marcus Lattimore is gonna have a really good time shutting down Justin Jefferson. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and go Saints on that. Next pick we got the Browns and the Falcons. Who you got for that?
I'm gonna go ahead and go Browns.
Okay.
I like what they did against the Steelers, and I feel like they just gonna just work on more of that. And then they're gonna feed Chubb. So long as Chubb is in that backfield, I feel like they're gonna be all right. So I'm going Browns with that one.
I think the Browns have been a pleasant surprise this season. Not many people expected them to win the games that they won, and even their loss was a close loss. I'm gonna take the Browns as well. Let's go Commanders Cowboys. For me, I'm looking at the Commanders to come in and have a big upset in this one in Dallas, pull off the win. I think Cooper Rush has done an amazing job filling in for Dak Prescott, but I think the defensive line of the Washington Commanders is going to be a little too much for them. I got Commanders in the close one.
I disagree with you on that one. I think there's a quarterback controversy brewing in Dallas. Yeah, they saying it might not. They just respond better with Cooper Rush, not like how they was responding with him. So I'm gonna go Dallas.
Okay, nice. All right, next one up, we got the Seahawks and the Lions. Who you got there?
I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm riding. I'm riding with us. I know that the receiving core of them Lions gonna eat us up, but you know what? I'm going with my Hawks.
Yeah.
We're gonna stand up tomorrow to it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you stay on that sinking ship. You remind me of the band in the Titanic. They stay on the ship as it go down playing the music.
Like, keep on playing.
I'm gonna definitely go Detroit in this one, man. I think Detroit is a gritty team, and them being at home is gonna be the boost that they need to put them over the Seahawks. Big division game in this one. Two of the top 5 running backs in one game. Titans versus the Colts. For me, I'm gonna go Colts for this one. I think the Colts needed more. They haven't started the season the way that they wanted to start it, and I think that this game is going to be a big measuring stick game for them. Matt Ryan has to win these division games. They're over important for the Colts mostly, and with the AFC South being so close knit as it is, every division game is going to be big. So I'm gonna take the Colts at home.
I feel like number 27 is back. So I'm gonna go with the Titans on this.
Okay, nice. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Who you got there?
I got Giants over Bears.
Okay, nice. For me, I'm gonna go same. I'm gonna take Giants over Bears. Giants at home. We got the Jaguars at the Eagles. I think this one's a layup.
Woo! Oh man. Um, I wanna go. Oh man, Eagles at home. Eagles have been they've been very hot. Jaguars surprised me with the 2 wins that they did get. and how they beat the hell out of the Chargers last week. So with that being said, Trevor Lawrence, he trying to come into his own. And he's the number one pick, and he's trying to prove that he was worth that number one pick. So I'm gonna go with Jaguars over Eagles.
Nice, nice. I like that. Big upset pick. I'm taking Eagles over the Jaguars convincingly. Jalen Hurts MVP. Uh, New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is really like a game that is not gonna be fun to watch. But I'm gonna go with the Steelers as an upset over the Steelers. I mean the Jets over as an upset over the Steelers. No that though. just picking the Jets over the Steelers.
Question: Is Zach Wilson back healthy?
They said that he might go. I think he a game time decision.
Who started for the Steelers at quarterback? Pickett or
It's still Trubisky.
Trubisky?
It's still Trubisky.
I don't. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Goodness gracious, Trubisky. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh. Man,
Nice,
they gotta pull Trubisky, bro.
I don't know, man. Trubisky, I think he's getting a hard shake. They had some tough matchups to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
To be completely honest,
they need to play George Pickens more.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's for sure.
So that's why I'm going Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he definitely needs more targets. We'll go with the Chargers at the Texans. I want to obviously take the Chargers on that one. I think they got a lot to prove, especially losing to a bad team last week. They're not going to lose to two bad teams in a row.
You guys been in some tough dog fights. I feel like if the Texans can get to Herbert with him being hurt, with no Keenan Allen, I'm gonna go Texans over Chargers.
Just a little side note: the Texans have lost 2 games this season and 1 tie. They lost those games by a total of 7 points. 1 game by 3, 1 game by 4. So, yeah.
Lord Jesus, you know what? Stop. I need to see. You know what? I don't know, cause my guy David, my guy can't make an out throw to save his life.
Man,
can't throw the comeback. He can't come. Oh man, I'm gonna still go with the Texans. I'm just ride with the Texans.
Can't use his feet to throw passes, bro. I've never seen it happen so many times to where he jumped to throw passes. It annoys me to no end. It really, really frustrates me. We'll go with that. And the big game, probably one of the best games of the week for me, the Bills at the Ravens. Who you got there?
I want to go Ravens at home, but I'm gonna go Bills.
Okay, nice.
I'm gonna go Bills.
Nice. I'm gonna go Ravens. But we'll stop right here. We'll stop right here and talk about this matchup a little bit. We got 2 of the best future quarterbacks in the NFL going head to head in this game. The Bills coming off a really tough loss against the Dolphins, a game that they really should have won. And the Ravens really coming off of that offensive explosion to where you seen Lamar just absolutely go bananas and throw for almost 400 yards. My bold prediction does come from this game, and I'm going to boldly predict that Josh Allen outrushes Lamar Jackson in this game. I think Josh Allen's going to end up having more rushing yards than Lamar Jackson. But I think this game is one of the best games that they have on the slate for this week. I think it's going to be highly competitive, really close game, and super high scoring.
I like it.
Bet.
I like it.
Nice. So we'll go ahead and go into the afternoon games. All those games were the morning. The London game, obviously, early in the morning. Nobody really wakes up for that one. But all the other games have a 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock start. Now we're going to the afternoon games. We got the Arizona Cardinals going against the Carolina Panthers. Who you got here?
I'm taking Speedy Gonzalez and them Cardinals. I'm going Cardinals.
Nice. For me, I'm going to go Cardinals as well. I think the Panthers they're not ready for this matchup. We also got the Broncos in Las Vegas against the Raiders. Who you got there?
I'm gonna go Broncos, and I'm gonna go Broncos.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Broncos. I don't trust the play calling. Like everything is just like it's forced to Devontae.
Yeah.
And I understand you paid him that money, and you know he's your guy, but you just over exerting trying to get him the ball, and it's like making your offense real stagnant.
Yeah.
And I still see them
15
struggle.
nuts.
Hmm?
15 targets. He's had 15 or more targets in each game so far this season. Devontae Adams.
Yeah, and that's not giving you no wins.
Yeah.
So you got to do something different. So, but I understand you got to pay him. But I'm gonna go with Denver. Denver at home, right? Or
No,
is it
bro,
Vegas?
it's in Vegas.
I,
Uh, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders because I think that what you said is correct. I think them trying to force feed Devontae, get him a little more acclimated in offense. You kind of trying to push that peg into a square hole. I think this year they get Darren. I mean, this game they get Darren Waller more involved, and I think we see a lot of more Josh Jacobs in this game. Plus, I don't trust the Broncos offense to save my life. So I'm going to go Raiders. I think if they score over 14 points, then the Broncos won't be able to keep up. So
yeah, they want him to win.
with that. The big game for the afternoon slot will be the Patriots versus the Packers. For me, I think it's going to be an easy win for the Packers. Uh, I don't see the Patriots really competing in this game, especially if they have no Mac Jones.
I'm going with the Packers as well. Just for the simple fact that number 12 will be the best guy on the field. So,
I mean, there's not a lot of games where he isn't, but yeah, I agree with you on that.
well, I could say one game
What's that,
when he played my Seahawks.
man? Okay. So the big primetime Sunday night football game is going to be the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. We got Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Who you got for that one?
I want to go Chiefs, but Buccaneers at home. Um, I feel like with the Chiefs is just a bad matchup for them because they got linebackers that can hold Kelsey that's good in coverage. So I feel like the Buccaneers. I'm going with Buccaneers in my bold prediction, and this would be Tom throw for 4 touchdowns.
Nice. Okay. Okay. I like that. I don't think it's bold as far as the matchup because obviously the Chiefs defense is insane. I mean it's ridiculous. But anytime a quarterback throws for 4 touchdowns, it's definitely a bold prediction. So I'll take it for sure. I'm gonna also go with the Bucks on this one. I think prayers up to everybody that's going on, everything that's going on in Florida, and I think that they have that extra motivation to go out and take this one on prime time to give Florida that boost that state definitely needs now right now. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that Tom Brady is going to be have the ability to shred this defense to pieces. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what receivers are out there for this one. I think he has enough to get it done for sure. And last but not least, Monday Night Football, we got the Los Angeles Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers. I got Rams easy. I don't think it's going to be close.
Well, I would like that, but the Rams struggle when Jimmy G is at quarterback. And last year, and it might not be a big difference to you. I understand it's a different team and it's a different defense, but Jimmy G always have success against LA. So therefore, in this pick, I'm going to go San Francisco instead of LA.
Okay. All right. So we can go a little bit over that a little bit. So I think the matchup is not really good for the 49ers. Uh Offense versus defense, I think they outmatched by a lot. With their defense versus the Rams offense, I think they're extremely outmatched
Yeah.
when it comes to that. Uh Obviously, Jimmy G's had some success against the Rams. You're right about that, and that is a big divisional game for them. But I think just Jalen Ramsey versus Debo Samuel. I think we'll see Jalen shadow him a lot, and I think he's going to successfully be able to take him out of the game.
He
Uh,
can't shadow him if you're in the backfield. They
that
move him around a lot.
I mean, but this season he hasn't been really successful rushing the ball. When he's been in the backfield, he hasn't seen much success coming out of the backfield so far this season. That could change on Monday. You know, that could be different. But going off of what I've seen so far this season, I don't think they have enough. I think the Rams easily score over 20, and I don't see the 49ers putting up that many points to be able to compete with them in this game.
Okay. Is that okay? So you think they'll put over 20? So you don't think they'll put over 20 points?
I don't think the 49ers score over 20, no. Mm-mm. I just don't see it with
Wow.
their offense. I don't see them scoring over 20 points against those two good Rams corners. Aaron Donald's gonna have a field day against that offensive line. It don't look good for them, man. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be close.
But then again, it's a division game, so you can't therefore give them that because division game is always a 50-50 game.
For the most part, but not this one. Not this one, man. Like if it was
Okay.
the Rams Cardinals, I would kind of see where you're coming from. But not the Rams 49ers. I don't think they got enough juice to put up to get into the end zone as many times as the Rams is.
Wow.
I mean, the Rams got maybe the two best players on the field.
Yeah.
Like if
Arguably.
all the best players on the field, I think you name at least 3 or 4 rounds before you get to 149.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So I think they outclassed too much talent on the field on both sides of the ball. That's why I think they probably won't be able to pull it out against the 49ers. But that's gonna be it, you guys. You know, we got our bold predictions. You said you got Tom throwing for 4 touchdowns.
Oh.
I got Josh Allen out rushing the quarterback rushing title in Lamar Jackson. So those bold predictions will be calculated into the win and loss record, along with the picks that we made for here today. Keep in mind, you guys, this is going to be a weekly thing. We're going to do this every week. Be dropping on Sunday mornings our picks for those games for this week. And like I said, at the end of the season, we'll tally up who got the best record, and the one who has the worst record will be completing the hot chip challenge.
The taste buds ready.
You better have your dairy and milk ready for sure. But other than that, man, make sure y'all boys, y'all leave a like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll be having some active conversation down in the chat. Y'all let me know who y'all think gonna have the better record after you heard us pick all these games. Who's gonna have the better record after this first week of us doing that? We'll catch y'all down in the chat. We'll be active in the comment section. And make sure you leave a like and hit the subscribe button. But other than that, I'm out. Appreciate you again, my brother. I'll catch you next week.
All right, brother. Have a good one.